Good morning, dear students. Today we can study the next topic, that is the limitations of a sole proprietorship. So in the previous class we have studied what is a sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means that when the only one owner is there, when one person is running a business or one owner is running a business, one businessman is there, so it is known as the sole proprietorship. And the features or the merits of the sole proprietorship we have studied in the previous class, and in this class we have to study the limitations. Okay, so there are some drawbacks of the this type of form of organization. So the first one we will study. The first one is called as limited resources. Okay, so the resources required for the organization or the sole proprietorship is very much limited. So the things, the income that we are getting is the personal property of the owner as well as the borrowings that he is able to make. Only this much is the resources that he can make, or the capital required. All the capital required for starting the business has to be brought by the person, owner of the business itself. He himself has to bring, and whatever property that he is having or whatever assets that he is having, with that he has to start the business. And the maximum that he can do is that you can take some money or lend some money from his friends or family members, or even from banks and other agencies. But how much amount of money that he can collect from different sources, only that much resources is possible for starting up a business. Okay, so there is like banks are there and other financial institutions are there, share market are there, all these type of things are there where we can get the money. But for a sole proprietorship, these type of agencies may not be helping. Okay, so like banks, if you are asking for a bank loan for starting a company of your own, then also they will be asking you some kind of properties. So if you don't have any property of your own, if you don't have any land, if you don't have a house, anything, and you are thinking that you are having a very good idea of starting a business, and you want to start a business and run the business and make it successful. You have very clear good idea is there, but you don't have a single rupee with you, you don't have money with you. But some money may be there, like imagine that 10 lakh rupees is required for starting a business, and you are having some 2 lakh rupees, and remaining 8 lakh rupees you have to get, and you ask to your friends and so on, and somehow you are able to get 2 more lakh rupees, total 4 lakh rupees you are having. If you get some 6 lakh rupees loan, then you can start this business, but you don't have any other property, any other things are not there with you. All the property that you are having, with that you start. So if you ask for a bank loan, they will ask for any mortgage. You have to submit some documents, submit some things. Like if you are having some gold, you can keep that gold in the bank locker and get money. If you are having a land, you can keep that documents in the land and in the bank and get money. If you are having a government job, with that you can get bank loans. Okay, but if you don't have a government job, if you don't have all these type of properties with you, then you cannot get a loan. Whatever may be, your idea will be the best idea in the entire world. The business that you are going to start, you know that 100% this business can be successful. But also any company or any bank is not going to offer you any loans. Okay, provided you don't have a financial backup. So what they think is that if suppose you are very much confident that you are going to be succeeded in the business, but suppose bank is thinking like this, that if you fail in that, then from where you will be able to get money. So you don't have any property. If you have some property, with that they can give you loan. But if you don't have any property, the bank cannot provide you loan. Any guarantee is not there. So or you have to get guarantee from any other government officers or any other officers. If they give guarantee support, then sometimes you may get loan. But this also requires lot amount of procedures. It is not very easy to get the bank loans. Okay, and you just imagine that you are having lot amount of friends, but you just ask them money, then your friendship will be over there. Okay, for first time you ask some 10 rupees, 20 rupees, then they will be giving you. But imagine that you are regularly asking money to your friends. What happens is that your friendship will be broken there. Okay, they will not keep you as a friend if you are regularly asking money and if you are not giving back. If you get money, some 100 rupees you borrowed from one person, and next day you are giving that money back, then they may continue with the friendship. But once you took money 100 rupees, once you take, and after that you don't give back, again after some time you are asking for 100 rupees. Second time also they may give you thinking that you are friend. Third time when you ask, then they say that I don't have money. And fourth time if you ask again, then they break the friendship. So that is the things that we are having. So we don't get a sufficient amount of money. The resources which we can arrange from this source is very much limited. Then next one is that limited life of a business concern. Okay, limited life of a business concern. So the life of a business is limited. Okay, so in front of the law, the business is not separate from the person. So the person as the business and the business is considered as the same or one and same only. So if anything happens, like imagine that if I am starting a business and if something happens to me, that business is over. Okay, so I have to close the business. If I am getting sick or if I am dying or if anything happens to me, then after that if I am unable to run the business, then I have to stop the business. And if sometimes I may be able to sell the business, but when I sell this business to another person, that my business is over. You know, then I am selling this property to another person and it will become the business of another person. So that is not my business. Do you understand? So this business will be over. So the life of the business is limited with the person who is dealing with that. Okay, so one who is starting the business is considered as the main person there, and if something happens to that person, then that business will be over. The next one is the unlimited liability. Okay, so unlimited liability. Okay, unlimited liability means that the liability word you may not be much familiar. So you are studying in accountancy about the liability. Liability means that the responsibility to give back the money. Okay, so like if I am taking 1 lakh rupees from my friend, so it is my responsibility that I have to give back this money to him. So that is it is my responsibility, it is my liability to give back my money back. 1 lakh rupees I have to give to that person. That is my liability. Okay, so here what happens is that you can say all the limitations here is starting with limited. So limited resources are there, limited life is there, limited managerial power. But only this one is unlimited. Okay, but or you in order to remember all this, you can say like or you can write this one at the last also. All 3 limited and 1 unlimited. Okay, 3 limited and last one is unlimited. So like that you can make, or in the same way you just have to understand that there are 3 limited. So limited resources, limited life, and limited managerial power, and unlimited liability. Only the liability is unlimited. Means that if anything loss is there, like if I am starting my business with 10 lakh rupees and if I made a loss of 20 lakh rupees, okay, so in the company there will be assets of 10 lakh rupees is there, and whatever my personal property is there. So some 10 lakh rupees personal property, my car will be there, my house will be there, my gold will be there, watch will be there, whatever property I am having, anything can be seized and I have to pay back the remaining 10 lakh rupees also. That is called the unlimited liability. Okay, so this is a very big drawback of the sole proprietorship, and this is the one reason that companies and all or banks and all are not providing loans to the sole proprietors, because they don't this is a bigger drawback. Okay, the next one is the limited managerial power. Like if one person is there, see, like I am starting a business, whatever idea I am having, whatever knowledge I am having, based on that only the business can be running. Okay, so if the company is like if I am starting like a small institution or small shop, that will be possible. But when I am developing, like if I am running a big company, like if the company is growing, then I will not be able to manage this much big thing. You know, so then I may not have a sufficient money to appoint a manager also, or a very educated person as a manager there, or people like that. It is not possible to think like that. Okay, so appointing another person from outside is also not that much comfortable or that much easier. Okay, so like it is my own business, and if I appoint another person, then there is a chance that he will take up the business or he will make the business as his own. You know, so and I may not get a sufficient amount of benefit out of that. And another thing is that this is connected with the first one. Our resources are limited. Okay, so like if I am appointing a person for doing the managerial activity and he is demanding like 1 lakh rupees salary, then I myself may not be getting 1 lakh rupees income from the company, entire company. Then how can I appoint a person and give him a salary of 1 lakh rupees? Isn't it? So if I have to appoint a good manager, good person as a manager of the company, at least 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees and all salary has to be provided. Okay, so since the resources are limited, that much amount of financial backup will not be there for the company to give very good salary to the employees or the managers that we are appointing. So so whatever idea I am having, with that I have to run the business, and the idea that we are having or the one person is having may not be sufficient for the betterment of the organization. So we have to continue with the limited managerial power. So these are the limitations of the sole proprietorship. Okay, thank you so much.